So let's just dive right in. Meta has, kind of behind the scenes, totally rebuilt its entire advertising engine. This huge shift is called Andromeda, and we're about to break down exactly what it is, how it actually works, and, the most important part, what you need to do to actually succeed in this new world. Does this sound familiar to you? You wake up, you grab your coffee, check your ads manager, and that campaign that was absolutely crushing it yesterday is, well, it's suddenly tanking. It's a super frustrating story, and it's happening to advertisers everywhere right now. But here's the thing. This isn't random. There's a really powerful reason behind all this chaos. You're seeing your CPMs, your cost to reach 1,000 people, just shoot through the roof. Your ROAS, your return on ad spend, is just plummeting. And all that detailed, careful audience targeting you spent hours building, it feels like it's doing nothing. This isn't because you messed up, it's because the entire system you were playing on has been swapped out from under you. So what is this new system? It's called Andromeda. And let me be really clear, this is not just some minor update. It's Meta's brand new AI-powered ads retrieval engine. Now think of that as the brain that sifts through millions and millions of ads to retrieve or pick the absolute perfect one to show a user at the perfect moment. It's a complete game changer.
And this brings us to the core change, really, the big philosophical shift. We're moving away from targeting audiences and into a world of ranking ads. The game isn't about you finding the perfect audience anymore. It's about you making the perfect ad that the AI can then rank and deliver for you.
Let's really break this down, because this is key. In the old days, right, before Andromeda, you did all the heavy lifting. You'd tell Meta, hey, show my ad to people who like hiking, live in California, and are between 25 and 45. The system's only job was to go find those people. Now, the AI jumps in way earlier. It looks at what a user is doing right now, in real time, it looks at your ad, and it decides which ads are even eligible to be shown. The whole thing has shifted from you targeting a group to the AI ranking ads for a single person.
So here's the most crucial takeaway. Your ad creative, the image, the video, the headline, that hook, that has now become the #1 signal you send to Meta. It's not just a message for your customer anymore. It's a direct set of instructions for the algorithm telling it exactly who your perfect customer is.
So how does this actually work in practice? Well, it's basically a 4-step process that happens in a flash. First, before an auction even starts, the AI analyzes every single ad in your campaign. Then, based on what a user is doing at that exact second, it predicts which ad is the best fit. From literally millions of ads, it creates a tiny little shortlist. And only then does the auction we all know begin. But it's only between those top pre-selected candidates. Your ad has to win this pre-auction just to get a seat at the table. You see, this completely flips the script on the questions we've been asking for years. We've been obsessed with who should I target? Andromeda is asking a totally different question. The AI is focused on something way more immediate. Which ad is the absolute best match for this one person in this exact moment based on what they're trying to do right now? A really easy way to picture this is to think of Andromeda as this supercharged lightning-fast matchmaker. It's using these massive data sets on our behavior and all the signals from your ad to make the perfect introduction between your product and the person who is most likely to love it, all in the blink of an eye. Okay, so this all sounds incredibly powerful, right? But it's also causing a ton of anxiety in the ad world, and for good reason. This shift is a huge deal, and a lot of marketers are, rightly concerned about what it all means. So let's talk about why. Most of the worries really fall into 3 big buckets. First, this feeling of less control. Advertisers built entire careers on fine-tuning audiences and placements, and now those levers just don't seem to matter as much. Second, there's the wild performance swings. Because the AI is constantly rebalancing, campaigns can just seem totally unpredictable. And finally, there's less transparency. It's become kind of a black box, which makes it really hard to figure out why one ad took off and another one just died. And look, here's the tough pill to swallow. The old playbook, it's done. It's officially out of date. If you keep running your campaigns with strategies that were built for the old system, you are going to struggle. You just will. The ground has shifted under our feet, and our strategy has to shift with it. But it's really important to get why this is happening. Meta isn't just trying to make our lives harder, I promise. They're trying to solve an unbelievable problem. How do you deliver the perfect, most relevant ad to billions of people, all in real time? Andromeda is their answer. It's all about making the entire ecosystem more efficient and way more effective at a scale we can barely imagine. All right, so if the old rules are out, what are the new ones? This is the good part. Let's get into the new winning playbook, the actual actionable steps you need to take to really succeed with Andromeda. It really boils down to 4 new rules, 4 pillars for your new strategy. Number 1, creative diversity is now king. 2, you have to simplify your targeting. 3, you've got to feed the AI better data. And 4, you need to completely change how you test your creatives. Let's dig into each one. First step, rule number 1, creative diversity. The AI needs options to choose from. The more different versions you give it, different headlines, different videos, different hooks, totally different angles, the more data points it has to play with. This lets the AI learn way faster and find those little magic combinations for all the different kinds of people in your audience. Rule number 2, and this one might feel a little weird at first, is to simplify your targeting. It's time to let go. Instead of building these tiny, hyper-specific audiences, you need to go broad. Just trust the AI. Your creative is what's going to do the targeting for you now. The system is just way, way smarter at finding your customers than we are with our manual little segments. Okay, rule number 3. You have to feed the AI better data. The AI is only as smart as the information you give it. This means your conversion tracking has to be rock solid. Things like Meta's Conversions API, or CAPI, are a huge help here. Basically, instead of just relying on a browser, CAPI sends conversion info, like a purchase, straight from your server to Meta's. It's a much cleaner, more reliable signal for the AI to learn from. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. And that brings us to our last rule. Rule number 4, you have to test your new creatives separately. Don't just throw a brand new ad into a campaign that already has a proven winner. The algorithm is smart, but it's also lazy. It'll just keep spending on what it already knows works, and your fresh idea might never get a fair shot. You've got to give new ads their own sandbox to play in. So let's bring this all home. The main thing to remember is that Andromeda isn't just some small tweak you can ignore for a few months. It is a fundamental, ground-up rewrite of the entire advertising playbook on Meta. Your success is no longer about how well you can slice and dice audiences. It's now all about the quality and diversity of your creative, the cleanliness of your data, and your willingness to let this predictive AI do what it does best. Your job has shifted from being a targeting technician to being a creative strategist who feeds the machine. So I'll leave you with this one big question to think about for your own campaigns. The AI is now effectively your creative director. It's picking the ad for the person. So the real question is, are you giving it enough amazing choices for it to find a winner?